to Take 5. Welcome back to Take 5. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Life happens, and I have not been able to record for a while, so I thought, what better season to rekindle the Take 5s than Advent? I don't know how your Christmas season is. For most people, it's sort of notoriously hectic and going very fast-paced between office parties and family get-togethers and gift-giving and all of those things. And there's some really, really good things. But again, it can get really, really hectic. So I thought, wouldn't it be a good idea to slow down for a moment, even just for 5 minutes a day, and sort of do a Take 5 Advent edition? And so that's what this is going to be. For the next 4 weeks, we're going to do Take 5, and Advent will be the theme. Maybe you're not much of a church traditionalist, and so you're not even sure what Advent is. The church has been practicing Advent since the 4th century. And that's sort of when the church decided, let's do December as the month in which we will celebrate the birth of Jesus. And it was sort of dating Christmas to December, even December 25th, that started the idea of, okay, now let's take 4 weeks to examine, to prepare for the coming of Christ. And that's what Advent is. You know, the Latin word adventus means a coming. And there is a double entendre with the idea of Advent, because it is a reflection on the past of when Jesus came to Bethlehem, when God came in the flesh to rescue us from our mess, to show us how to live, to provide a means of reconciliation between man and God. And so it's a looking in the past of Jesus' coming. Jesus' name means the Lord will save. And so it is looking at that intention of God to save his people from their sins. Emmanuel was also a nickname of Jesus. It's a looking at Jesus, of God coming with us. So first idea of Advent is a looking back at the time that Jesus came to Bethlehem. But Advent was also meant to be a time of looking forward, and this is the double meaning. Advent was a time of looking forward of the time when Jesus would return. His imminent return to come to judge the living and the dead, to quote the Creed, to return for his own, and in a sense, to set up his kingdom, his reign of righteousness on earth. Advent is looking at both of those things. And the goal of Advent, those 4 weeks, was to get our focus. Amid the office parties and the shopping and all of the activities, good activities, to spend a moment every day of Advent to get our focus on Christ at Christmas time. And so in order to do that, to help you do that, me and 3 of my close friends, who also happen to be pastoral staff members here at Trinity, we will be speaking every day. So Take 5 will not just be Tuesdays and Thursdays. It will be every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll take the weekends off for the next 4 weeks. And we will contemplate the 4 titles of Christ that Isaiah the prophet gives in Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 6. And we will walk us through each of those titles as sort of a devotional reflection for Advent. So what are those 4 titles? You didn't know Isaiah wrote them. Maybe you thought Handel wrote them. But because here they are. We will look at, first week, it will be my responsibility. We will look at Jesus as Wonderful Counselor. Then the following week, Mighty God. Then the 3rd week, Everlasting Father. And then the 4th week, Prince of Peace. It's hard to say those without singing, right? Handel's Messiah. So those 4 titles of Christ will be our content as we reflect on Christ during Advent. Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. So let me leave you with this as we prepare ourselves for the adventing of Christ at Christmas time. When you look back, what do you see in the manger regarding Christ? When you look forward, are you ready for the return of Christ? Tomorrow we will look at Jesus as our wonderful Counselor. I'll see you then. See you tomorrow, not in a few days. So long.